When he first became eligible for the coronavirus vaccine in Illinois, Tom Arnold, 68, says he didn't need any convincing. He raises cattle, hogs and chickens in Elizabeth, a small rural town in the northwest corner of the state. After all, who better to understand why herd immunity matters than a herdsman? Being a livestock producer, I'm well aware of vaccinations and vaccines, he says. That's how we develop immunity in our animals. We're always vaccinating the breeding stock to pass on immunity to the little ones. Boosting COVID-19 vaccination rates in rural America is now less a problem of access and more an issue of trust. Only about 40% of people in the county where Arnold lives, Joe Davies, are fully vaccinated, so he doesn't get why people are acting like the pandemic is over. Scientists say under-vaccinated parts of the country like Joe Davies are at serious risk, especially as the more contagious Delta variant spreads rapidly. It's why farmers and ranchers need to speak openly about why they've chosen to be vaccinated, says Carrie Cochran McLean, Chief Policy Officer with the National Rural Health Association. One of the hardest things about the vaccination effort is that it really, at this point, is almost down to those one-on-one kinds of conversations, she says. Can it be front boost vaccines? Cochran McLean's association has teamed up with the National Farmers Union to try to get more farmers to promote the vaccine in their rural communities. They've created an online toolkit for rural farmers with information and talking points for starting up conversations. Ryan Goodman, 32, is giving it a try. He's a cattle rancher in Virginia and self-described agriculture advocate. On Instagram and Twitter, he's known as Beef Runner. Goodman has been using his social media accounts to engage with followers about the vaccine. He says he's not sure he's changed any minds, but he's encouraged when skeptics who seem unconvinced return to chat more. I'm a fan of saying no one conversation changes someone's mind, especially when you disagree on a topic that might be as hot or as political as vaccines, Goodman says. He'd like to see more farmers speaking up because in rural towns farmers have long roots, extending back generations, making them more trusted than even health experts, he says. Everybody looks at Joe down the road and thinks, hey, you know, what might be his experiences on this topic or this issue? Goodman says. And they listen to what he or she may say. Larry Lieb farms 92 acres of soybean and timber in central Illinois and also raises a few cows and pigs. He says he wondered whether the vaccine could be safe, given how quickly it came to market, and he really only got it for one reason. My daughter's a respiratory therapist, and she told me I was gonna get it, Lieb says. Plain and simple. Unlike some of his relatives, Lieb says he does not buy into conspiracy theories about the vaccine.